When I heard Dame Dash that Jay wouldn't sign off on nothing, Jay wouldn't do this and Jay with that, because he couldn't let a Cameron blow up. He couldn't let an East Coast rapper like Beanie Siegel blow up.
Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter.
He ain't answering the phone?
He ain't answering the motherfucking phone.
If you just wrapped up watching 50 Cent's Diddy documentary on Netflix, one detail probably stood out immediately. Jay-Z was nowhere to be found. He didn't appear in it whatsoever. That feels odd, doesn't it? There are 0 photos, 0 references, 0 archival clips, nothing at all, even though Diddy shared a very close, well-documented relationship with him. And the longer you sit with it, the stranger it becomes. The truth is, this absence was not accidental. According to several industry insiders, Netflix cut a full segment from episode 4 at the final minute. What was inside it? The rumor says it was internally labeled the Jay-Z tapes, and 50 Cent pushed hard to keep it in the film, but Netflix decided to remove it.
Next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2.
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on you.
What we're hearing now, however, is that the section was pulled after the feds began showing interest in evidence that 50 Cent had gathered, and may now be gearing up for a massive investigation targeting Jay-Z and his alleged criminal acts.
Everybody that is said, and Desiree Perez, all them people got dirt under them, bro. You understand? All them people got dirt on their fingernails. Jay-Z got dirt in his fingernails. You understand? Jay-Z was messing with young girls from our block. Tiring them. I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking a side. Desiree, husband, was a former dealer that she turned on a whole cartel. All of them got dirt on them. And 50 got they dirt. You understand? 50 gonna know they dirt. Because 50 got investigators, he got people that's in the street. So if they go at him, listen here, I deem him like myself, 10 times the normal man. He gonna do what he gotta do. And the whole thing about it is they trying to retaliate on him for something he did to somebody else. I feel that it's something worth seeing. It's something worth coming around, because all that shit about to fall. All that we seen in the industry, these demons want to have sex and turn little boys into little girls into little boys. That shit's about to go out the window, bro. And we need to start speaking up and talking about it. We need to stop all this crazy stuff. We need people to put people out here that's doing like this, that's taking from people's families, that's beating women, that's beating women. I ain't got a problem with it. Let's go to war.
What makes this impossible to overlook is the way everyone else was treated in the documentary. Other major figures were covered, lawsuits were referenced, accusations were explored, careers were analyzed. But Jay-Z wasn't reduced. He was removed. When one of the most powerful individuals tied to the story receives a complete pass while everyone else faces scrutiny, that isn't coincidence. That's damage control. To grasp why Jay-Z's absence matters, you must understand his relationship with Diddy. Despite later claims attempting to downplay their connection, multiple people who worked inside Diddy's circle have said the two were incredibly close for years.
That they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
I ain't know anything about that, man. I ain't know about, Jay touching his, that. So I gotta go see the video. I ain't hear about that.
Come on, man. Everybody's seen that. 50 even pointed it out. Excuse me. When they was in ATL on stage, Remember when 50 bum rushed the stage with them?
Yeah, I think I recall that.
When Puff came on stage, first thing he did was pat Jay-Z on that. But I forgot. That's your favorite rapper.
Hey, him and Pac is 1A, 1B. But what's your issue with Jay, man? I didn't know you had an issue with him.
I'm never a fan of somebody that I was gonna knock out. And then we was at the, it was me, him, Ashley Kushner, Puff and them. We was all at the Nets game together, and he didn't even remember none of it. And I don't expect him to remember, but I remembered. You understand? And he told Puff, he said, yo, Puff, yo, I heard about that Gene right there. That Gene got a mean left. Oh, you said that Gene a knocking out. Then he gonna come up to me and say, man, you look like, man, you a turn ass up. And I said to himself, I said, yo, no Diddy. Pause, whatever. I said, he don't even remember. I was about to knock him the F out. He didn't even remember. He said to me, to Laura. That's how these guys are, man. They'll cause situations and cause problems, and then they'll forget what they've done because they on a whole nother app.
This wasn't merely business. It wasn't only music. Insiders describe a strong, personal, and professional bond. When Diddy started facing intense legal pressure, Jay-Z's legal team quickly issued statements claiming they weren't truly close. Former insiders immediately pushed back, saying that didn't reflect reality at all. People who were present said the public narrative didn't line up with what happened behind closed doors.
So come with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
To us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. He ain't doing different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
And that's important, because when federal investigations widen, they don't merely target a single person. They examine networks. They examine who was present, who knew what, and who remained silent. That's when people begin distancing themselves, and it appears Jay-Z is terrified of the harm Diddy might cause to him personally today.
And the camaraderie between the Jigga Man and the Diddler. Okay? These are two people that have been working in concert, collaborating and competing. These are people that have been covering each other's secrets for decades. That's why I say to sit there and to just make Diddy the acceptable monster and not address his greatest collaborator in all of his business dealings it's a miscarriage of justice. Because what you're doing is you're leaving the other half of this two-headed monster out on the street to still be able to do what they do. While this one looks like he's down. This is a man who pow-powed his own brother and somehow walked away from that instance, got involved in the street trade, and somehow everyone else went to jail except for him. He's been making deals with the government and with the feds for quite some time. If none of this is real, how does the CEO of his record conglomerate Rock Nation, how is she a known federal informant whose background is transferring on multiple levels? Desiree Perez is one of the most despicable human beings to ever walk the face of this earth. And I'm not saying allegedly, I know that about you, man. I know about all your business dealings in Laredo. I know about all your business dealings in Guadalajara. And I know about who you know in Sinaloa. Why is a woman who's had this much engagement with the Mexican cartels running a rap conglomerate? That makes no sense. And she is a chartered government informant. What it sounds like to me is that the government found a very, very, very successful way to control and manipulate hip-hop by allowing their top agents to run everything and keep the independent jail system going, because a lot of these rappers are also heavily invested in the jails that most of these rappers go to. It's a bigger business.
You have to show damages to really win defamation as well.
Absolutely.
Is that just
But
part of the legal plan?
They're not going to do that against me. Because if they do that, then they have to explain how I know what I know. See, the truth is I've had them at check for 2 years. Checkmate is coming. I promise you.
According to sources close to the matter, the removed segment of episode 4 was meant to center on long-standing allegations tied to Jay-Z's personal life, confidential legal settlements, and rigid non-disclosure terms. These allegations have circulated for years, yet were never analyzed in depth on major streaming platforms.
Indication for me, because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
Another significant section of the removed content centered on how young artists were treated within the industry.
We're really gonna have a real conversation about whether or not Rihanna was trafficked to Def Jam.
She was the innocent baby when she came over here. And look
She
at
was
her now.
14 going on 15 years old, flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in a hotel room. Auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl.
With no parental consent.
With
She
no
just
parental, nobody. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone with no parental supervision.
And she was how old?
Flown up separately. She was 14 and a half, going on 15. She's about 16 when Pon the Replay came out, wasn't she? Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam history.
How did they get Rihanna from Barbados to New York City? Quickly. They got her there quick.
Like that. On a private plane.
Yeah.
Just told you, just said that.
If people knew how many of these girls are transported around on private planes, how they're able to redact, change names on manifests, she wouldn't have needed parental consent or a passport if she got on a private plane on the manifest listed as someone else. They only worry about the body count.
They're not checking IDs at the tarmac. They're trusting whoever's bringing them on is doing everything above board. So many girls were transported, models just like that.
These stories have existed for decades. What's different now is that investigators are taking a broader look at how power, money, and silence work together. This is also where R. Kelly becomes impossible to overlook. For years, the music industry knew R. Kelly was a problem. Long before court cases and documentaries, executives and artists quietly avoided him. People didn't want their names linked to him. They kept their distance. Dame Dash, who was Jay-Z's business partner at the time, has said publicly that he wanted nothing to do with R. Kelly. He didn't want to be near him. He didn't want to work with him. He didn't want his business connected to him at all. But Jay-Z didn't distance himself. He made full albums with R. Kelly.
Was you and R. Kelly ever cool at any point?
Why? He's an R&B. I'm not an R&B. No disrespect to R&B because I'm cool with Tyrese. But we have these things, like sometimes I'll be like, that's that R&B shit you doing. You know what I mean? I'm not R&B nigga like that. I wasn't hanging out with no R&B nigga. I just couldn't. I think the fact that Jay was fucking with him is what used to blow my mind more than anything. I don't know why he wants to put this guy so much. Like, why? I just never understood it. So I think it was just more me feeling awkward about the fact that I had to be around him on some level, but I wasn't around him. Like, I never was around him. Like, even when that not guilty, I wasn't, like, I came for the video, I was out. I wasn't a guy, and I think, like, we took pride, at least I did, and my crew, in not hanging out with famous people or famous men. Like, if you was gonna be famous, it had to be a female. But I wasn't trying to be up under no other famous dudes. I didn't think that was, like, I'm not gonna hang out with you just because you're famous. And I don't like dudes that much. So I was like, why would I? I have no reason. Like, what I'm gonna do, go to the studio and hang out with him? Like, I don't do that.
Right. Did Jay know about what he did to him?
Did he know that everybody knew R. Kelly married Aaliyah at 15? Everybody knew that. So was the conversation had, like, yo, how you gonna go and do something with this dude? Hell yeah, that conversation.
Dame Dash later entered a relationship with Aaliyah when she was an adult. So people ask, where was Jay-Z during those earlier years? Why did he remain so close to R. Kelly when so many others stepped back? Was it just business? Or were they operating in the same protected circles?
How you gonna do a project with my motherfucking girl? We had the conversation. Why would you still with someone that raped your girl? Would you still do anything with that person? So why would anyone expect me to? Like, that's what I don't understand. I'd be like, yo, people be like, why? Just that alone. There's a lot of other shit. But that alone was like the nail in the coffin for me. I was out of there. I was gone. Trust me. After that, I don't want to be nowhere near. I knew that shit was gonna blow up. I didn't want no parts of that shit. Like, I was like, I don't want no parts. That's not good money. So I was done with him for that.
How did Jay respond when you confronted him about it?
You know how he is. It's like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with that. What I would love is for someone to ask him, like, yo, why would you still do a project with that man knowing that he gonna live? That should be the question. Period. It shouldn't be for me. It should be the question posed to him. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. But that right there was bridge burnt. But I just was like respecting her, respecting the business. But I was I moved out of rock. Like, if y'all look at, I left Rockefeller. It wasn't that I got kicked out of Rockefeller. I left Rockefeller. You understand what I'm saying? The option was there for me to stay. I did not want no parts of it. I was done. I left Rockware. Think about it, bro. I said, all the money, I'm out. Now think about, a lot of men would not have made that choice. But any real man would have to make that choice. I was left no choice. He gave me an offer I could not refuse. And we done. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck with this man, you knew he was my girl, you was in love with her. How could you do that? It's obviously you want me to feel away. Like, it wasn't enough money for us to do that, so.
This is where Jaguar Wright re-enters the picture. Jaguar has been speaking out for years, and she claims that once she learned what truly happened behind the scenes in the industry, especially involving Aaliyah, she could no longer remain silent. She says she was pressured into signing strict agreements to stay quiet, and claims she was controlled through fear and pressure within the industry.
Time for Aaliyah Dana Houghton's death to be properly investigated.
The official narrative says that Aaliyah died in a tragic plane crash in 2001. Over the years, numerous theories have circulated. Some people think it was a horrible accident. Others think there are lingering questions. But Jaguar Wright does not think it was a coincidence. She believes it was deliberate.